Hey, what's up? How you doing, doers? My name is Jose Ignacio, and it's great to see you again. Today, we have a bill to settle. And by that, I mean we're going to talk about the bill of materials, which also is known as a BOM for my acronym lovers. If your company makes and sells a physical product, the employees need to know how to actually make the product. And that's where a BOM comes in handy. It's like a blueprint that documents everything you need to make that product. A BOM includes two things: the components needed to create the product and the operations required to create it. Take our bookshelf product over here, for example. To assemble our bookshelf, we need four shelves, two side panels, and eight screws. Putting all of that together requires one assembly operation carried out at our assembly line work center. Documenting all that information in a bill of materials makes it easy to track component availability, create work orders, and ensure consistency in the manufacturing process. I need to create a BOM for our bookshelf. So, enough chit chat. Let's dive in our Odoo database and see all the basics of setting up a bill of materials. The first thing we need to do is to enable the work orders feature. This allows us to add operations to BOMs and specify the work centers where they should be carried out. So I'm going to head over to configuration over here on the far right, and we're going to select settings. We're always here. So now we want to make sure that right here, that little checkbox next to the work order setting is ticked. And don't forget to click save over here on the far left. Now we're pretty much all set to configure a BOM for this product. So there are two ways to create a BOM. First, to create a BOM from scratch, you can navigate to Products, Bill of Materials over here. So this page over here shows every BOM that's configured in the database. You can create a BOM here by clicking on New over here in the top left corner. Second, you can create the BOM directly from the product form. Let's use that method. So I'm going to go to the bookshelf form. So once again, we're going to go to Products, and this time we're going to select Products. I'm going to select Bookshelf over here, and, well, you guessed it. So from the product form, the Bill of Materials Smart button over here is going to show us a list of every BOM created for this specific product. Let's click that. Okay, now here we can create as many BOMs as you want for a single product. So the first BOM listed on this page is used as a default one for new manufacturing orders. So if you make multiple BOMs for a product, pay attention to the order. I'm going to go ahead and create one by selecting New over here. So since this BOM was created from the product form, the product field up at the top is already automatically filled in. Inside of our quantity field, you can basically set the number of units that this BOM produces. I'm going to leave it as one. We're only making one in our example. So now we have a reference field over here. So here you can enter a code to distinguish this BOM from others created for the same product. And in the BOM type field over here, since we want to manufacture the bookshelf, I'm going to leave it set to manufacture this product. There's also a kit option over here available, but I'm going to cover that in the future video. Now it's time to add the components and operations. First, let's fill out the components tab over here at the bottom. So this is where you specify the components needed to manufacture the product, as well as their required quantities. I'm going to add the first component, which happens to be, well, it's a bookshelf, so we're going to need a shelf. And all I did was select that line and type it in right there. Then in the quantity field, how many of these shelves do we want? Let's say 4. That's a nice number. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of the components as well, which is side panels. Got to have 2 of these to bridge it together. And then finally, we need screws. How else are we going to get this on? We're going to say it takes 8 of them. We're just making up the numbers as we go. All right, perfect. So next, let's go over to our operations tab, where you can specify the operations needed to build the product. I'm going to select Add Operation below. Great. An operation form has opened up. You can set the name of the operation here. I'm going to call this operation Assemble Table. Pretty easy, self-explanatory. Then I'm going to select the work center that we want to use. In this case, inside of this field, it's going to be Assembly Station. So over here, we also happen to have a few different types of fields that I'm going to talk about really quickly. In this case, we have a cost based on field. So this determines the time that's used to calculate the cost of the operation. Actual time uses the time that the operation actually took so that labor costs are accurate for each MO. On the other hand, theoretical time uses the same duration for every operation, regardless of the time it took, so that you would pick this option if you want to spread the labor costs equally across all MOs. So over here to the right, We'll talk about those as well. You can choose how the duration of the operation is determined. If you select computed over here, Odoo calculates the duration based on a set number of the most recent work orders, which you can define in the default duration field. And if you use fixed duration, like we have right there, that can also be set as technically our default duration field below. I know it takes about half an hour to assemble the bookshelf, so we're also going to change this over here to solid 30 minutes. Finally, there's an instructions tab over here. So when you click add a line, it's different this time. We get a pop-up. And in here, you can include instructions, worksheets, and additional details for the operation. Let's fill out some more details here. So we're going to set the type. We're going to leave that one as instructions. We're going to title this screw. I guess in this case, it should be pretty self-explanatory. Screw shelves, 2 side panels. All right. If you have more detailed instructions beyond mine, you can put them down over here and include them there. Or if you have files or diagrams, you can add those as well inside of our nice little worksheet one over there, uploading your files. Normally, we would want to click Save and New to create more operations for a full manufacturing process, but now you know how to do that yourself. So I'm going to select Save and Close instead. Perfect. All right, now that we're all done, we're also going to save everywhere else. And we're going to go back over to our nice little bookshelf. And boom, the BOM is ready to go. Okay, now we can use this BOM to create a manufacturing order. So to do so, we're going to navigate over to Operations, Manufacturing Orders. If you look at that, it's empty. Not until we select New over here up at the top. In the blank MO form, I'm going to select, you guessed it, what did we just do? Our bookshelf product over there. Boom. After doing so, look at that. The Bill of Materials field over there automatically populates with the BOM we just configured. In addition, the required components automatically appear inside of our Components tab over there. And it's all done automatically. Now when a manufacturing employee looks at this MO, they'll see all the information they need to assemble one unit of the bookshelf. Isn't that just beautiful? Including, would you look at that, our work orders over there for the assembly station. There you have it. Now you know how to set up a BOM for your manufacturing products and use a BOM to quickly generate MOs and work orders for those products. Watch the rest of our MRP videos to find out what happens next when you click confirm over here and go to the shop floor module. But wait, there's more. Having a BOM isn't just useful for scheduling the manufacturing process. It also provides an effective way to create product variants and track all the costs related to the product, including material costs and overhead costs. If you want to learn more about those and advanced BOM configurations, and even the benefits of using a BOM in apps like inventory and accounting, check out the links in the description below. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. YourBOM.com. See you in the next video and go grab a snack.